High fives all round. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Again.
Again. Episode
Jesus.
4.
4. The quads.
Yes, we've made it this
Yes.
far.
Oh.
Matt, how
Oh.
are you? It's
Um,
not been
um,
that long since I've actually seen you in
well, no,
person.
that's true. In person.
In person. In
Um,
person.
yes. I'm very well. Yes, I made a little trip up north. Last weekend.
Yes, last
Yes, last
Saturday.
weekend.
What
For
a jolly
Mark's
time we
birthday
had.
party. It was great.
It was good.
Should we talk about it a little
Yeah,
bit?
let's talk about. So it was on a train. So I work
A train?
for a Heritage Railway. I do a little bit of work aside for Heritage Railway, Ecclesbourne Valley Railway in Derbyshire. They've recently got an old train, converted it into a pub called the Apollo. It's very nice. They've got a fully working bar. We went in there. We had a pub quiz, bit of food. We had a laugh. And then afterwards, we went out and the merriment continued.
Into the night.
Matt broke the law by jumping over some building works to buy a pizza.
All for the pizza. I just needed a
Just
pizza.
for the pizza.
Yes. And so did your dad.
Oh, yeah.
And so
And
did
me
you.
mates.
And your mates, yeah. It was just
Pizza.
necessary. So, yeah, apologies to the road workers.
Matlock
of
Town
Matlock.
Council.
Apologies for those.
No, it was brilliant. Nice to see you. Thanks for making the trip up.
Of course, mate. Yeah, it was brilliant. It was really, really good. Good night.
I just loved it. It was so good.
Yeah.
We had a good catch up. We was talking about a few things we wanted to do in the future, weren't we? And just
We've got good plans, hopefully.
just generally having a jolly old time.
Yeah. So yeah, it was really nice. And I met one of our fans as well, didn't I?
You did, Owen.
Owen.
He's an
Hello,
avid
Owen.
listener.
You're listening
Hello, Owen.
and watching.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah. What a guy. What a hero. Yeah, so that was really good. Good to see you, mate, as always. And hopefully it happens more
I was going to
often.
say, not so long next time.
Yeah, definitely. Right.
Oh,
so,
what have you been doing then? You've been on your jollies, haven't you?
oh yeah, me and Eb, my girlfriend, we went on a little trip up. We went to York for a day. So we had a day in York doing Harry Potter-ish based stuff. So we did. We explored the Shambles, which is loosely inspired Diagon Alley in the movies, I think. It's a great. I mean, York's a great city because it's quite self-contained, isn't it? Inside the walls of York. I don't know much about the history, but yeah, it's a really, really nice city. So yeah, we did that. We did a river cruise. We did mini golf, Harry Potter themed mini golf, which was fucking hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Was it good?
It was solid. Like, I've never known mini golf to be this hard. I was getting so frustrated.
Well, to be fair, that golf that I was on about in Sheffield a few episodes back, they had one course where it didn't tell you where to go. It was just the course and then a load of question marks on the floor. And I was like, well, where do I hit it? It was like, where's it going? It's like quite difficult. Some of them are. Yeah.
Ridiculous. But yeah, no, it was really good. And then the next day we went up to Whitby, which is like a little seaside town up from Scarborough. We sort of had to go to Scarborough then to Whitby. It's where I used to go as a child quite a lot, and it was really nice to go back and visit. And then we went to Goathland, which is a little train station nearby there, and that is where they filmed the first ever shot of the Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter movie. And it serves as Hogsmeade Station, which is the station when you get to Hogwarts. That's where you get off.
Yep.
And in the first two films, so the first two directed by Chris Columbus, that's where they shot the scenes for Hogsmeade. So yeah, first two films you can see that, and then the others I think they made their own up after that.
Did you have a ride on the train?
We did, yeah.
Choo-choo.
So I've got my ticket here. Look,
let's have a look. Hogwarts Express, admit. Oh, the
Not
North
quite.
Yorkshire Moors Railway. I know it.
There you go. Yeah,
I know
it was very nice. Yeah, there was a black steam train that like pulled in backwards, so it was nice to get the shot of it pulling in the station.
Yeah,
and we've got some nice pictures on the carriage and stuff, waving and things, which is
nice.
nice.
They have a documentary on Channel 5. You might be on it.
Oh, Ooh, who
North
knows?
Yorkshire Moors do, yeah.
Eh?
You can have a
There you
documentary on
go.
Channel 5.
Bit of free advertising for you.
There you go.
North Yorkshire
No,
Railway.
we shouldn't be advertising them. Ecclesbourne Valley Railway. Get your tickets now for their
Mr. Ticket.
Christmas extravaganza. The tickets went on sale on Saturday.
Yes, if you're that way, you should go and have a little Christmas adventure on a train.
You might see me.
Who knows?
Brilliant. No, good. It sounds like you've had a nice few days.
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, nice to get away. But yeah, it was good. Yeah, now we're back, and here we are, back in the mix.
Well, shall we start as we mean to go on?
We should.
Shall we take a little meander into another, once again, nostalgia trip of Teatime TV.
Never gets old.
Never.
It never
Should
will.
hope not. It took me a day to make those titles.
Lovely. Right, Mark, you go first this time. I always go first.
Right.
What's your Teatime TV?
So mine is, when you think about this program, right, it's the weirdest concept in the world.
Yeah.
It's quite strange. So mine is about a bear with one ear who lives with Barney Arwood and his mate who's a koala. And every episode, he's trying to an ice cream man is trying to capture the bear with one ear, called Nev. I don't know why. It's an ice cream man. It's called Bear Behaving Badly. It's a very strange program. It's about Barney Arwood living in a flat with Nev the bear, getting into weird scrapes, and every episode they're trying to trick an ice cream man who owns the building or something. I don't know. And then Barney's auntie's there, is it? She's like, "Oh, hello, Barney. Have you been and seen the ice cream man?" I don't know. It's like his auntie or something lives in the building as well. Very I've not watched it in years, but it was very I have vivid memories of it.
Many
Crazy
questions about this show.
Crazy Keith, the koala. It was weird. Yeah, and he just used to prank the landlord, who was also an ice cream man.
Yeah.
I think his name was Andy Prank, and Nev used to call him Angry Pants.
Angry Pants,
And it was just he just used to get quite irate. Very strange.
What? Yeah.
It's just like, why? It's like, was it Barney Arwood just trying to cash in on the... Because it come from, was it Smile? That
was
morning
the first
show,
yeah,
Smile, where the mascot was Nev the bear, and he's like, yeah, and just used to make weird noises,
play
like
games
that.
over the phone, didn't you?
Yeah, you used to ring in, play a game on the phone, and you'd have to say jump or whatever, and Nev would jump and dodge the bins or whatever, and collect. Crazy. And it was a kids' game show, and I think they were just trying to cash in on the kids' game show, so they made a spin-off TV show that wasn't the best. It was, you could tell it was sort of on a budget. And it just wasn't too great. I thought the most, and it's like the theme tune just sounded like a guy was just sat in a room on a keyboard going do 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 do.
Oh yeah.
Literally, just like it was just crazy. It's weird, wasn't it?
Mad, yeah. What do you think?
Because Barney Arwood back then was quite a big star.
Yeah,
and he's like, and then he ends up doing this program that's like, and he's barely even in it. He's in it for like 5 minutes at the start.
Yeah, goes off to work.
Nev, I'm going to work, and then something weird happens, and then he comes back at the end, and he's like, "Oh, I hope you've been behaving today, Nev." And Nev's like, "Yeah." And that's it. End of the episode. You don't even know what's been going on in his flat.
Why?
Well, he was made to be like the big star of it, and he's in every episode for more than like 8 minutes.
Like, literally
I don't
there to
know.
wake
I think
up,
they were just cashing in, weren't they? CBBC at the time.
Yeah, I mean, saying that about like Smile, is it a continuation of their friendship from that? Is it meant to be like?
I think it's meant to be, but there's never any mention of like that they had a game show in the series. It's like he works. I don't even know. I think it's meant to be Barney Harwood working at the BBC because he goes off to work, and like I think he goes to work at CBBC. But then there's never any mention that Nev's like a big sort of celebrity as well. He's just like this weird bear
Yeah.
is potting about in this flat. I don't know. It was funny though.
Yeah.
There's some funny bits in it, and I used to laugh at the ice cream guy getting covered in ice cream like every episode.
Yeah.
Because he could. I remember one. He orders he's meant to order 5 litres of ice cream, and he orders 50 or 500 or something. So he starts selling all his ice creams for 10p, and I think Nev goes and buys 1,000 of them, and then he gets really fat. And then Barney comes home, he's like, Nev, what have you done? And he's just like, ice cream. And he's just because he's just pouring it out, the guy is, and it all goes all over the floor and everything. It's just hilarious. I remember that one, yeah.
Crackers.
Funny.
When the koala bear living under the floorboards?
Yeah, and he had a wife that was just a little toy. Just a plastic toy, and it was his wife. I can't remember what he called her.
No,
Crazy
I'm thinking
Keith.
of Umbrella Academy. I'm thinking of Dolores, but it's not.
It's something. It might be something like that.
Is it
Dorothy or so? It is something like that. And it's just
what
like
do
a
you
little,
think,
little
Dorothy?
Yeah, it's just like a little toy, and he's just under the
camera on
floor.
the toy, and it's just there nothing to say.
Doesn't say anything. And he's like, "You're right."
Yeah. Let's go over here.
What a show! It's just random. Isn't it? He sounded like one of the Koala brothers.
Yeah. Getting off the plane. Hello.
Oh, great. It was a funny show.
Wacky.
I have fond memories of watching, but yeah, just a weird concept.
They are though, aren't they? You think back to kids shows, and they are just the strangest concept. But as a kid,
my
you just go
parents
along
are
with
aliens and all that. It's just Bernard's watch. It's like stops
Queen's
time,
nose,
so we don't
what's
get
that?
hit by a bus. It's like, all right. Okay. It's just random, innit?
Wacky.
We love it though. We love
Was it because of the landlord? Did he have a thing against no pets or something?
Yeah, but he said no pets. But then I
I
think Nev had to pretend he was a dog. But then he knew he was a bear. But Barney always used to say that it was his dog or something. So whenever he was with Barney, Nev would be like, ruff, ruff, ruff,
I remember that. Yeah.
And then when he was on his own, he was like, I know you're a bear. It's just weird. And then Barney's gran just appeared every now and then and just did weird things. And then did at one point Barney was getting a girlfriend in it, and then Nev messed it all up, or I don't know. He's gonna on one episode he was gonna ask his girlfriend to marry him.
Oh
and
right.
I think he asked Nev to look after the ring, and then Nev just lose it under the floorboards, and Crazy Keith to find it. I think that was an episode as well. God knows. Yeah, funny.
What a show! What a time!
Strange.
Well, thank you, Mark. That's very.
What's yours this week?
Very wonderful.
Thank you.
What's mine? Well, let's stick with the Barney Harwood theme, shall we?
Okay.
Barney Harwood week. We're
Barney Harwood. Barney, if you want to be on the show, now we've slated your bear behaving badly. Let us know.
Tell us about your shows, please.
Get in. Blue Peter and all that nonsense. Get on, mate.
Nonsense
DM you.
happenings.
We'll DM you.
Let's go.
What's he doing now?
Okay.
Panto, and that's about it, isn't it?
Probably Panto, wheeling him out every year. He's probably working at Tesco or something. No, he's not.
Bless him. I love it.
All right, my Teatime TV is Prank Patrol. Probably a more well-known program that he was in. I think that was after Smile, but before Bear Behaving Badly.
Yeah.
Right? So, concept of this show.
Again.
Here we go. We don't know what's happening at this point. I think Barney has had a certain substance. No, so he's a kid applies to this show, and they go on, and they want to prank someone in their life, whether it's another sibling that keeps pranking them all the time, or a friend, or an auntie, or I don't know. They go on and apply and say they want to prank someone, and then the program is Barney Harwood and two ninjas. And they drive a van. It's like one of them sort of normal van shapes at the front.
It was I tell you what it was like. A UPS or a UPS van, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Painted
post
purple.
van.
Yeah. Like a post van, an American sort of post van that they'd painted purple and put all decals on it. Yeah.
So they supposedly drive around the country as part of the plot of the program, I guess, and find these kids who have applied to the show and be like, "Hey, we're going to go prank your auntie. Let's go." Yeah. Get in the van, kind of thing. It's a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. Get in the back of the van.
And
Come
we'll
on.
talk about your plan.
It's like, is it all right, Mum, if he gets in the back?
Yeah,
Great.
he always used to ask, didn't he?
Yeah,
He used to go to their house and
Yeah.
all the time they'd be just really staged playing football with their dad in the garden, just staged, and then Barney rock up. Hiya, Alex, and then he'd be like act surprised, like he'd met him 10 minutes before, like, and he'd be like,
Oh,
Dad, can I take Alex and go and work out our plan? He's like, yeah, off you go.
That's fine.
Staged, literally, all just wooden,
very hammy,
very wooden,
hammy acting.
Brilliant.
So we take him in the back of the van. They get their own like flak jacket.
Looks like they're playing Nerf.
Like... Yeah. Here we go. They've got that. They've got the Plank Patrol badge. Whack one of them on. Oh, my mic's fucking getting whacked here. And then they go and plan this prank they've got.
Yeah.
And it appears like blueprints on the screen, like Jimmy wants to prank his auntie after she keeps giving him Brussels sprouts for tea.
Yeah.
Ooh, nasty. And then they like plan something.
It never looked like the blueprint, did it?
Oh, God, no. They'd be like, oh, we're going to get a giant catapult and pie someone in the face. And then, like, in reality, it'd be like a fucking tabletop one. And they'd be like, ping. Oh, did we get you? You've been pranked. Oh, fuck off. Anyway, so little Jimmy's getting his plans together and they go to his workshop, don't they? And they try and make all their dreams come true with this prank. And then, like, halfway through, so I've just been watching one to remind myself of it. And they were trying to do this kid's good at karate, so he wants to, like, surprise his friends and prank them.
I've seen this, to say he's the best karate.
Yeah. Can smash through anything, like walls and shit, right? So they're making, like, fake walls and stuff. And then Barney goes to hit one. He's like, oh, yeah, let me hit one then. So the kid holds one up. He goes to hit it, and he goes, like, and it has, like, sound effects in of, like, you know. And then the kid's like, oh, I think I know what's happened. And he flips the board over. It says ninjas on it. And then Barney would always look to the camera and go, ninjas! And it cut to them in some random fucking high street.
Middle of London, just like free can of pop, and then they open it, and it, like, goes all over someone.
Yeah.
You always used to put that weird laugh sound, like,
over the top. And like, duh, and all these like crap sound effects over people's reaction. Yeah. So stupid. I've just seen one. They got like buckets of popcorn on a table, and they put a sign up saying free popcorn. And then they were underneath, the ninjas there going like, and they've got like a monster hand on. So when people try and get one, they'll be like, what the fuck's going on? Why would you even trust that? If you saw that in the street, you would not go anywhere near it. Come on. That might just be me, but I'm not trusting free popcorn that's been left out, exposed on the street. Not for me. Anyway, so what they do, they have a bit of this, have a bit of that, bit of banter, and then they set all these cameras up in a room, don't they? And then they prank whoever is getting pranked. And then they all run out at the end being like, you've just been pranked by the prank patrol. And then it's all big, happy, and I don't know what happens next. But that was it, really.
Do you remember the one where there was that kid and he was like, oh, me mate hates spiders. Can we prank him with a giant spider? So they went into this, like, warehouse place.
Yeah.
And it's meant to be like a science lab. And the guy was like, oh, you must be careful. We've had some chemicals leak and it could cause some creatures to mutate and all this sort of stuff at the beginning. Like, they always set it up at the start, don't they? Like, you go in.
Yeah.
He's like, go down to the basement and move these boxes. So as they're moving these boxes in one corner, in the other corner, they hear, like, some rustling. And the kid's, like, walking over and he's like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, this big spider, like, it looks like Aragog from Wish, comes out of, like, these boxes. You can literally tell there's a man sat inside it, like this. And the kid's like, like literally just like does a little scream like that. And then you can tell as soon as he sees it, he knows it's not real. He's just like, and then Barney jumps out, you've been pranked.
Yeah. I think some of the acting is questionable from all accounts.
Do you remember that episode where it went wrong and the kid guessed that they were being pranked before the prank happened? So, like, they did the whole plan, the setup.
Yeah.
And they got to the venue, and, like, some things kept happening.
Yeah.
And then this kid like looked at the other kid and he was like, "Oh, this is a bit weird." He's like, "Are we on like prank patrol or something?" And then the other kid just went like deadly silent. And then he was like, "We are, aren't we?" And then the other kid was kind of like, "Yeah, we are." And then Barney come out and he was like, "Oh, you've busted us," like making like out that like it wasn't a big deal when they'd just blown like 300 quid on a like monster
waste of
costume.
money.
He's like, "Oh well, that's what happens sometimes on Prank Patrol." And then
See you next time.
Then what they do is they do the prank on like the kid's dad or something instead, so they both work together on it. And then prank the dad, and he's like, "Well done, team." And it's like, "Oh,
Right.
so bad." Yeah, I was like, at least you got caught before the bloody prank.
These wise kids. He must have been an avid fan watching it every week.
did,
Going
I
like,
used to
hang
love
on a
it.
minute, I know
Yeah.
something's fishy. I remember another bit in the show where he teach you how to do a prank at home. He'd give you
yeah.
he'd be like, "Now to prank someone into your house or whatever." And I remember one because I really wanted to do it with my sister. So they had one where you know the birthday cards where you open them and it's like plays a tune. He says, "Get one of them and you can like take it out." So he says, "Take it out carefully. Get some sellotape, stick it inside a wardrobe cupboard door, like on the hinge. So every time they open their wardrobe or whatever, it plays this annoying tune, and I don't know where it's coming from." And I was like, "That's pretty good. That's pretty genius for like kids to do at home." Like, you know.
Did you ever do it?
No, because I realised my sister didn't have a door.
Wardrobe.
She had a curtain over a wardrobe, so it would have
But
worked.
did open the curtain? La da 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 da. Where's that coming from?
And lovely music.
Brilliant.
But yeah, no, it was good fun.
It's
We
great.
watched
I
it.
used to enjoy it. I did.
Yeah.
And then I can remember we started showing the Australian one, and I was like,
Did they?
"Oh,
Oh, not the same.
Oh no,
Not the same.
You thought the acting was bad on the Barney Arwood one. Wait
Oh,
till
no.
you see the Australian version. I'll let you watch it on YouTube for yourself.
Speaking of Australians and bad acting, have you ever seen the
God.
Canine series they did?
The
one-off.
What do you mean a one-off? They did like a 14-episode series on Disney Channel.
Yeah, the one-off series, not the one-off episode.
I thought you meant the one-off episode.
No.
I was like, trust me, there's more than bloody one of them.
I gouged my eyes by 13.
Mate, by episode 8, I was like, nah. Where's John Leeson? Nah.
What a crash that was.
I think if they'd have kept Kane, and they're doing a movie, aren't they, as well?
Where's that though?
I know it's been. I know. What's it called? Timequake or something.
Omega versus K9. Where is
it? If they kept K9 looking the same, it might have been somewhat bearable. But they had to update him, didn't they? Because they didn't have the copyright.
Yeah. The BBC were like, nah, none of that.
Nah, none of this. You can't use that K9. You can make your own and use the voice.
Lordy.
Oh,
is it canon? It's not canon, is it?
It's not, because there's not one mention of the Doctor, is there? I don't think.
I really hope in this centenary special we see the old K9 with like Joe, for example, or Ace.
Well, I've heard there is going to be meant to be a K9 cameo.
K9 cameo.
A K9 cameo, affirmative.
Right, well, while we're talking about it, let's get on to Who News.
Dun 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 dun. Who News? There you go. There's
Mark can't be bothered to make titles.
I can't be bothered to make a title sequence. I said last episode I'd make a title sequence. I've been busy.
He's been busy. He's a busy man.
You know what? I'll put a little crappy iMovie graphic in here with a TARDIS. There you go, look. Here.
That's all you need.
Who News? There
Ta-da.
you go. You're welcome.
Now, this is the new... Well, it's not new, is it? We've been doing it every week. But this is the segment of the show where we talk about Who News. What news, I hear you ask? No, Who News?
Who News? Wow. Don't give up your day job, Matt.
Haven't got one.
Yet.
Not yet. Coming soon.
Get your tickets now.
Anyway,
we didn't say what. We didn't say what. So they can't pin anything on us.
Ta-da!
But it's a secret.
That's all you need to know.
Dun, 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 dun. He's like, please stop talking. I'll get fired. He's like,
they've got a sniper outside my window. They were
you
just
must
waiting
not
for me to
speak
say
on
the wrong
your
word.
podcast.
Yeah. NDAs have been signed. It's all
Well, there you
anyway.
go then.
Anyway,
You'll
I will
find
announce
out.
it
You
when I
will.
can.
Soon enough.
Anyway, who knows? Who knew? Not me. We're talking about more 60th stuff. What have we had, Mark? What's been going on?
Some folk queuing up in Bristol to get a glimpse of David Tennant in his finery.
Once again.
We've had Catherine Tate out on parade.
Yes.
We've had Neil Patrick Harris as the toy maker, toy master, whatever you want to call him, in a different costume to what was announced.
Yes.
He's looking a bit clowny in a top hat. And sort of like the Matt Smith posh suit that he used to wear, isn't it? With bow tie, the white bow tie, and like the posh kind of dinner suit that the 11th Doctor used to wear.
Especially in Let's Kill Hitler when he had like the full top hat and tails.
That's it. Yeah. It's a bit like that.
It is, yeah. And he's got this like nice white eye makeup going on.
Very nice.
Which is quite cool.
Quite clowny.
Yeah, and there've been them posters every time they've been filming out in public. There's been them posters for the circus circus thing. So it's all kind of hinting towards like a clowny, toy makery kind of guy.
And they were filming scenes, weren't they, where there was just like mass panic on the street,
chaos.
So like people
Absolute
just
chaos.
beating each other up and like unit going mad and all sorts. So it's as if they're being controlled by someone or something.
And Neil Patrick Harris could be seen dancing in the revelry. He was just sort of enjoying it whilst everyone was like mass panicking.
Yeah.
And then the Doctor kind of like bumped into him, and then they'd have a little dance together, and then David Tennant would be off trying to do something else.
Yeah.
Really cool footage.
I can say this is the first time as well since filming we've actually had some HD pictures of Tennant in his suit.
Yeah.
And Catherine Tate, and I have to say that they're actually looking really good.
Yeah.
And we've had an official picture as well by Russ T Davies, haven't we, of Neil Patrick Harris and David together outside that tall, orangey-looking building in Bristol, which is quite cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. It looks quite nice.
Same camera position as the one that Neil Patrick Harris took, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of himself, because the BBC official Doctor Who BBC page used that for his birthday post, which I think was a couple of days after they were filming in Bristol.
Very cool.
So yeah, all looking really good. Now, slight spoiler territory.
Yeah, but take this with one of them. Pinch of salt.
Salty.
Bit of salt. We don't know what's real and what's not out there. We're not to say what's real. We don't know. We don't bloody know, so don't tell us off because this is what other people have said. But I believe this information has come from the same person who did say quite a lot of detail about filming that has happened previously for the 60th.
I.e. Beat the Meep.
And that has mostly, the Beat the Meep one. And that was... I've just seen your glass. I like it. Branding. Hello.
Lovely.
Yeah, so it is quite accurate what they've said in the past. Right. So I don't know. But yeah, there's a blurry picture going around, isn't there? Which is what this all sort of stems from. It all started with this blurry picture.
Well, if we're talking about that person, I think it stemmed from...
Oh, the video. The video.
Yeah, that BBC Bristol put on. And it was of David Tennant and Catherine Tate coming out of the TARDIS.
Yeah.
And then the dialogue, they can be heard saying, again.
Yeah.
But I think Donna goes, "What about Mel?" As played by Bonnie Langford, Melanie Bush. And David Tennant says, "Oh, yeah, lovely orange... big hair," or something like that. He describes her hair. So it's very clear that they're talking about her, but in what context? Because obviously we don't know what that's been said inside the TARDIS before this external conversation. But now, people are theorizing that Mel is going to have some involvement in the 60th. And then this image. It's image.
Yeah, but we can't really call it an image, can we? It's kind of like a blurred mess.
It's like... So
someone's obviously taken it and gone, I don't want to get sued, I don't want to get in trouble, and they've blurred the shit out of it. And it's it shows little bits, but it doesn't show a lot. There's like
Yeah, you've really got to squint to see what's going on.
It's the sort of the back of what looks like possibly Mel Bonnie Langford with the sort of ginger hair, the red hair, and then someone in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
Which I think could either be Bernard Cribbins filming a bit more, or there's this new character that's been rumoured that works for Unit, which is played by her name is Ruth Madeley, who's been in a couple of Russell's other series, years and years, and she's meant to be a new scientist for Unit. That's what's been rumoured. That's what I've read somewhere, that she is rumoured to be a new scientist for Unit. So it could possibly be her, and then Bonnie Langford, and then you get a slight glimpse of Tennant's sort of arm and shoulder, what I could make out of it. And then it does look like there is 2 blurred TARDISes in the background.
Oh, does it? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that's all I can make of it, but I don't know, because it is very blurry. But that picture's circulated out now. Some people have tried to update, like, high res it and make it look like you can see a bit more, but even when they've done that, it still just looks bog standard.
Yeah,
just blurry.
With the 2 TARDISes, then, is that what links to the other rumor?
The other rumor.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But you can see one properly. Yeah. Then you can just see like the window and like a little bit of the sign of another one. So you can't get a very clear view of the second one, but the first one, it's the one that I believe it's the one that Tennant's been filming with.
So the Jodie Whittaker.
The Jodie Whittaker one, yeah. So, speaking of external and internal, there's also been a little bit of information leaked about what the new TARDIS interior could look like. Again, one of them.
Grab your salt.
Yeah. So what was said was that it was like kind of multicoloured.
Right.
So like the roundels were multicoloured, like changing colour. So it'd go from like orange to yellow, yellow to green, green to blue, like all like kind of a gradient, not like LED colour changing lights.
Yeah.
Where they cycle through a rainbow sort of spectrum. The roundels were meant to have that kind of look, and it was going. I think it's a 360 set again.
Nice.
From what I've heard, but it's more like a dome. So kind of like the old Tennant TARDIS that was like a dome sort of shape.
Yeah.
It's meant to be a dome shape. I think it's 360 because they've had a 360 camera rig set up. And apparently they've got a 360 rig that was set up spiraling down the console. So there must be some sort of cool shot happening that's going down the console and then filming them doing the controls, I assume.
Right.
That's what's been said anyway from this person who's apparently seen a picture.
Okay.
I don't know if they've seen a picture. It's what they've said. And I think that's all we kind of got from it. That it was like multicoloured. They still had the roundels. It was a dome. And it was obviously 360 because they had a 360 camera rig set up. So that was about it, I think.
Okay.
So not a lot else, but I am summarising that it is going to be a new set because I do know Jodie's was dismantled
after
the centenary, and that was long before this filming even started, like last year. Yeah. I mean, you can always rebuild something, but I'm assuming with the way it's going, I think it's been demolished and then they've built a new one.
And I think they took because I think I can't remember his name. The guy who does the costumes, Patrick something.
I know who you mean. I
think he put on his Twitter that he had a piece of the TARDIS, like a roundel of the TARDIS. So like it's been dismantled and they've given pieces away. Yeah, distributing bits and bobs.
Didn't even want to keep it in case they did a 70th anniversary special or anything.
You have to reassemble it.
Oh, bring him round. Can we have the roundel back? We need. Thank you, Jodie. Please, can we have the console back?
Thank you, dear.
Jodie's got the console in her kitchen.
Yeah, making teas around it.
Yeah, so I think they're just going to have a whole new interior. And my hope would be that, you know, the interior that Yaz has for the house TARDIS, You know, the TARDIS that was like just a house on a street.
Yeah.
I quite like that interior, but then they update it with like this multicoloured type spectrum. I think that could be quite nice. So it all changes. Red,
so like
to
the
green,
Fugitive
blue.
Doctor, Hartnell.
Yeah, exactly. But it all
TARDIS.
changes like red to green to blue to yellow.
Yeah.
Like it kind of cycles through all these different
Bit
colours.
of a disco TARDIS.
Could look quite nice, yeah. So we'll see. And then there's other filming that's baffled me about the Shooty Gatwa filming that somebody's apparently witnessed or seen.
Yeah, or a friend of a friend, told someone about it.
But the scene sounds quite bizarre.
It doesn't sound like Russell's writing, and if it is, and like I don't know. What I can assume is if this is a rumor that someone's heard off set or whatever, I reckon it's been passed on, and as it's gone on, they've changed bits and altered bits. By the time it's got to this person on Twitter, they've typed it up, and it's not quite true to what it actually is. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, what was it like? He was saying something about "I've got your hammer" or something. I've got your hammer.
He got a mallet.
Yeah.
And then apparently there was 2 TARDISes. There was Shooty Gatwa, Tennant, Tate, and I'm not sure if Bonnie Langford was there or not. I can't quite remember. But apparently he's got a mallet.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in and he's like, "Oh well, I've got a hammer," and then apparently he hits one of the TARDISes. I don't know if his TARDIS or the Tennant TARDIS hits it with a mallet, and then Catherine Tate just sort of says, "Oh wow, that's nuts," or something, or like "that's mad," or something. And apparently he's just got a shirt and trainers on. He's got no trousers on. Shooty Gatwa, which seems a bit bizarre to me. I just don't. It could be mid-regeneration. It could be like a post-regeneration, like going a bit crazy because they are known to act a bit weird after regeneration.
Yeah.
I just don't know, but it doesn't sound like Russell's writing, and it does sound quite bizarre just to slot it in this big story that we've got with like Neil Patrick Harris and all the action and adventure we've seen so far. Seems weird to have like an absurd scene like that just slotted in the middle.
Yeah. Does seem odd. And I thought Shooty was very busy at the minute filming
doing
the Barbie
film,
isn't he?
Yeah.
And I know he said about dyeing his hair back to black because he said he literally put his story in the song "Back to Black."
Yeah.
And he was in a chair with the what's that hairdresser's cape on
the cape.
The cape of the hair.
The Pertwee cape. I'm actually quite spry for my hair.
Cutlass fighting with the master. Come on. Classic him. But I mean, it wouldn't totally shock me if it did appear in 60, obviously.
No, absolutely not.
Been announced,
but is it going to appear in that way?
I don't know.
Like you said, is it Chinese whispers? Has one thing been seen? Then someone else goes, "Oh, you never guess what I saw with them filming," and then someone else has gone, "Oh, here's what my mate said," and then it kind of goes on, and a bit of information is lost each time.
The integrity of it is just not there.
But that's about it for now, really, isn't it? There's not much else.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a list of supposed cameos that's going to be in the Centenary, which is, I think it's Peter Davidson, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, and then you've got Joe Grant.
It would be nice to see them.
Yeah.
But it's a shame if they didn't save him for the 60th, but I suppose they have got this whole Tennant arc going on, but it just feels a bit like, could you not have done a 60th special, then done this Tennant arc? Like, could you not have just it just seems a bit, you wasted an opportunity by having a 3-part Tennant story when you could have had, Sylvester, coming back to almost do like a new 5 Doctors.
Yeah.
But then the modern ones end up getting pulled into it somehow. I don't know. It just would have been nice to have them all there, the whole gang together.
Yeah.
But I'm liking what we're seeing so far, but I just feel like it's the same old. Here's Tennant. You're gonna love it because it's Tennant. Doctor Who's gonna be popular because it's Tennant.
Yeah.
And you've not gone for the fact that, the fans want to see the old ones back. It's the 60th anniversary. Could be completely wrong. They could all be in it and we're being kept a massive secret.
Do you think that, because obviously Russell has seen the centenary,
Yeah.
he keeps talking about it in interviews and in Doctor Who magazine recently, he's talked about it. Do you think he's seen that and then based what's going to happen in the 60th off what happened in the centenary?
Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking about like something big must happen
Mm,
to make this new Tenant arc come about.
yeah, and
So
like makes sense
yeah,
in
I
the
don't
grand
know.
scheme of
Something
things.
must have to happen
Yeah.
with the pocket watch being opened as well. Obviously, you
Mm,
know,
and all their past memories
don't come
coming
for us. We
back.
know the pocket watch is being opened. Don't come for us.
Don't
I
come
think
for
Chibnall
us.
literally confirmed it. It was one of the first things he said, wasn't he, that the pocket watch would be opened. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe the pocket watch has a big part to play.
Mm. If these past doctors are in it, they get like a little moment each, but
Yeah,
then like something goes wrong and she goes to regenerate, but then she can only regenerate backwards or into a body she's
yeah,
had before, something like that.
yeah. That could be quite
Um,
cool.
so then we get Tennant, and then still holding out hope that we get Smith, Capaldi.
Yeah,
Those guys would be awesome. And we saw, didn't we? There was on Twitter. I
yeah.
can't
So
remember
you
the name of the person,
sent it me,
so
didn't you?
forgive me for not crediting. Yeah, but sent it to Mark, and there was this conversation someone had had with someone who works close to Bad Wolf or like
Yes.
something like that, and they basically said that there's going to be another announcement soon. We don't know when, but soon apparently, and that like people know what's coming and it's going to be amazing and big and stuff.
Yeah.
So that says to me, because the internet's been screaming that Matt Smith wants to come back, or you know, people want Matt Smith to come back.
Yeah.
Sorry, that says to me that he is going to come back, and they're just, I don't know, getting over this block of filming
Yeah.
maybe, and then he'll
Well,
come back.
I know that quite a lot of people have rapped, and Neil Patrick Harris recently put that like he was still in London and his family have come to join him. So I'm assuming he's not done yet. He's got another
Okay.
block, because I know originally they only had him for a day and a half to do the Bristol stuff. But he seems to now be back in London with his family this time. So has he got a considerable chunk to do?
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
is why his family is with him.
Yeah.
But on the text message as well, the thing you sent me, it was saying something about July, wasn't it? That it would all break
In
July.
July.
And
Yeah.
I know that sort of towards the start of July, what people have been talking about, they've got a couple of night shoots lined up
Right.
around the start of July. So I'm
Okay.
wondering if in the next week or two we'll get that announcement.
Because we're nearly at the end of June now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to start
Excuse
1st of
me.
July on Friday.
So
who
could it be
knows?
Sunday/Monday coming?
Maybe. Who
knows?
Yeah, but it's
Well,
all
if it is,
exciting.
yes, and if it is, you know where to catch the latest news
Exactly.
/ rumors
Right
right
here.
here on the Parker and Page podcast.
Don't you know it?
PPP. That's why we chose it, because it has a lot
I
of
like
P's
it.
in it.
Peas.
P's. Right.
Shall we move on now that we spoke about who
Let's
news?
move on. Who news? Badam. Done.
Done. Another slice of Who factual knowledge and grains of salt dashed in your eyes.
Lovely. What a
Let's
lovely
move
meal.
on to possibly my favourite segment.
I think it's got to be in it.
I love it.
Here we go.
It's time for Collector's
Corner.
Corner.
Ooh. Right.
Would you like to go first? Because I went first for Teatime TV, so would you like to go first?
So true, Mark. So true. Right. So this week's theme is, what is it? Wacky and wonderful.
Weird and wonderful, and like the stupidest thing that you've got. Like
weird, wonderful /
strange. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
something that's like, why have I got this? Kind of like,
Why have I got this?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do an honourable mention before I do my actual thing?
Go for an honourable mention.
Honourable mention. Excuse me, the beer's working. It's this chappy right here. So this is was a birthday present from my flatmate. this birthday just gone, I think. It's a Cyberman, as you can see, but it's made of I don't know what it is. It's
some
like
corrugated cardboard and some piping.
it's like thick, yeah. It's like card almost,
like
but
it.
it's like papery.
It's that foam board, isn't it? I think. Is it foam board? Thin foam board.
Yeah. And there's many a model you can get where you make stuff like this, and you pop they all come in flat sheets, don't they? And you pop the pieces like A, it goes into B, and all that.
Yeah.
Slot it together. So yeah, it's got some nice detail.
I like it.
It's a bit weird. Like, look at the face.
It looks like, you know, them big orangutans that you get in the zoo.
Big orangutan
That are like brown and got the long hair. The face kind of reminds me of one of them.
One of them. There you go. But there's my honourable mention.
Love it.
So that's not my actual item.
Absolutely love it.
So pop him back up there. So this is my weird, wonderful / downright strange item I have.
Okay.
So this was a present that my mum got me for Christmas or something, and she'd seen it on Facebook and was like, "Oh yeah, this person makes these things like custom." So I said, "Can you make my son an 11th Doctor version of this thing?" And this one was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." So we got this guy,
Egghead.
So this is I don't know, it's a local business, so I can't even promote them because I don't even know their name.
I like
but
it.
yeah, my mum got me this, and I was a little dumbfounded when I first opened it because I was like, "What the hell is that?" Like,
have they
look
got
at
Matt
the
Smith's eyes? Are they actually his eyes, and they've like pasted them on?
I think they're drawn on.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, he's got no nose.
He's got and he's got no
mouth.
chin either.
No chin.
The chin's the most
rounded
bit.
But he's got the ears. He's got nine ears.
The ears.
He's got some lovely hair.
What's the game?
Got Sonic
called,
screwdriver. Lovely.
Look at
bow
that.
tie. He's got
That
his
is
tweed
good.
jacket.
Is it all paper
or
felt or?
The clothes feel like I don't know, like a material of some sort.
Yeah.
But they're not like wool or whatever. You know what I mean? They're not cotton or anything.
Some sort of felt or.
The hands are a little bendy. Look.
Oh yeah.
So they're they must be like thick paper or something, or like
Is his head like just a
foam or
ping
something.
pong ball with like some?
I don't know. I think it's wood.
It's wood.
I think so. It's all glued together anyway.
I
His
love
ears
it.
are a bit bendy as well.
I
Look.
know, like wiggle,
Wiggle.
Game. Oh, it snaps off now.
Bit of fluffy hair for you.
I like
So yeah,
it.
there you go.
It's
That's
very
my
good.
weirdest item in my
like it.
collection. This weird Matt Smith peg head thing.
I love it.
It's got a little stand and everything. There you go. There we go.
Beautiful.
That's me.
Well, I feel left out now, so I'm going to do an honourable mention. I'm just going to grab the first thing that I can see down here that looks slightly strange. I've got a random Clockwork Man's head at the side of my desk.
Ooh.
No body, no arms, no legs, just his face shield head thing. There we go.
Oh,
There's
lovely.
my honourable mention.
Where did
I
that
even
come
got
from?
I ain't even got the figure. I've just got this. I think it come in a
that
job.
them?
I think it come in a job lot.
Oh right.
12-inch ones.
Yeah.
I think I sold him, and he had
Without
he
the
had
head.
no shoes. No, I think he had a head. So I don't know how I've ended up with this. I don't know. Anyway, honourable mention. Now
Ta-da.
this. Oh my god! I hope you. Right. This. I don't know why it exists. I really don't have a clue, or who thought this is a good idea. I got this, believe it or not, from a genuine toy shop. Right, proper toy shop. I
How
think
proper
they
we
must have-
talking?
Like, it was a movie collectible shop in Roseley called Yesteryear.
Okay.
Peak Village in Roseley. I don't know if you ever went. They had all, like, the vintage Doctor Who toys and everything. And
I think I did, you
Lake
know.
7, Thunderbirds, Transformers,
Yeah.
a lot. Wind in the Willows stuff they had as well. Like a collectibles and movie shop called Yesteryear, I think, or something
Yeah.
like that. So this is
Okay.
a proper legit collectible shop. And I think they thought it must have been real. Because, you know, first glance in the box, it does look kind of real, but it's not. So, mine, I'm just going to stop waffling on and show you. So it comes in this box, right, which kind of, you know what, from first impression, it does look quite genuine, right? You got David Tennant there, giving it some of his Sonic. You got the actual Doctor Who logo, right? You've got some pictures of like a car in the Doctor Who figure style like boxes. You've got at the front, oh god, ASMR there for you. At the front, same again. It just says the Doctor looking like some, like, I don't know. And then this is the top. There's bump and go action, right? So let me read it to you, right? On the top, because there's a load of spelling mistakes. It says tall. There's an apostrophe or like a comma for some reason. It says tall, gleaming, comma, metal giants, comma, the Cybermen. What? Okay, yeah.
What's going on?
Were once human like us, but have received the ultimate upgrade. Full stop. There. No capital at there. No capital T after the full stop. They're human Bryans. I don't even say brains. The human Bryans are welded into their, wrong there, by the way, into their cybernetic bodies, which have been adapted so that the Cybermen are utterly devoid of emotion. Full stop again. No capital T. The number one priority of the cyber race, no hyphen there, is to conquer all adversaries and convert them to create yet more Cybermen. What? Yet more Cybermen, all opposition, which cannot be... There's like no full stop there. All opposition, which cannot be upgraded, is designated for deletion, right? This cost me... I've still got the bloody tag on. This cost me 20... Well, not me, my mum. £20, right? Back in the day.
20 quid for that?
20 quid for this, right? And let me get it out of the box. My God. So it's essentially, someone's got a car, right? One of them crappy cars you get on Skeggy Market that plays music and just put a load of Doctor Who stickers all over it. Oh, look at that. Cyber controller in like Comic Sans look at the bottom. Like, what? It's just Doctor Who. Look, stickers. You said you remembered these and there was a helicopter.
Yeah, there was.
Right.
I remember seeing on Skeggy Market,
yeah.
funnily enough.
Look, Doctor Who logo, look, trimmed because it doesn't even fit. Doesn't even fit. Yeah, and upside down, look. Like, I don't know. Then that's the side. Right, so you need 1,000,001 batteries to power the bloody thing, right? But when it did have batteries, you turn it on, and I was telling Matt before, no word of a lie, it played the Venga Boys, the Venga Bus is coming. So you turn it on, and it'd go, and like the bonnet would open, like, then the doors would open, and it'd be like, and then, it's not even, these wheels are redundant, because it's on a turntable that used to, like, just spin it round like this, and it used to go, I don't know, it was just weird. I can't, for the life of me, remember now why I said, can I have it?
Did you think at the time? Did you go?
It was real, because when I saw the box and it looked the same as like the figures and the remote control Daleks, I was like, oh, that's official. Got it out the box, expecting it to like play the Doctor Who theme when you turn it on, so it'd be like
Yeah.
Nothing. It was like the Venga Boys, and it flashed, like the headlights flashed, and it went all.
Oh, it's a bit of high budget then, you know.
Right, you know what? Here we go. I'll make a promise with you viewers. I'm going to go out this weekend and buy some batteries. I will put the batteries in, see if we can get it working. If it does, I will film it for the Instagram page. And I will pop the video of it working. I'm sure it's the Venga Boys, or I may have just made that up. But I'm sure it used to go. I swear. I don't know.
We all remember that scene in Rise of the Cybermen, Age of Steel.
Oh yeah,
where
when
the Doctor
they were
gets in
getting
a
chopped
branded
up, going
car.
Mate,
starts playing the Venga Boys.
With this like 60th filming going on, it'll be a taxi soon, and the taxi will just start playing music. Anyway, that's my weird and wonderful 6 AA batteries. Who's got that kind of money these days?
Jesus,
I don't know.
Duracell.
But yeah, weird. Let me see if it says anywhere this is not an official BBC product.
Yeah.
Hang on. Wait. It's got the character. It's got the character options. Look,
Where?
5 plus.
Oh, I was
Look.
going to say the logo.
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, wow.
Character
really ripped them off.
options 5
Yeah,
plus.
5 plus.
There,
Yeah.
look.
In the style of.
It says specifications, colours and contents may vary from illustration. What illustration?
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Right. That's all it says. It doesn't say that it's not genuine, which I think is a bit of a swizz, because it's not.
Just
And the amount
crazy.
of spelling mistakes that are on the top just make me upset.
I mean,
yeah,
it does, you know,
it's
it
made
does.
in China, but so is character options.
Yeah, yeah,
so,
character options.
I don't know.
From to the untrained eye, that does look.
If you saw this when you was 10 on a shelf,
Yeah.
you'd go, bloody hell, Doctor Who's got a car.
Made a Doctor Who
Yeah,
car.
exactly.
Don't remember that
know.
scene, but there we go.
Anyway, I don't know
It's the
why
new-
I've still got it. It should have gone to the tip.
It's the new Bessie.
Exactly. Bloody Doctor Who whip. Anyway, that's my weird and wonderful item. I
And
hope you
how weird
enjoyed-
and how wonderful it
I hope
was.
you've enjoyed my valid in-depth review of the box and the many spelling errors that ensue.
Just insane.
Oh,
but
well-
fun.
Fun. Dear me.
Right.
What's next?
What's next? What have we got?
Have we got anything to talk about next?
Checks his papers. What's
Checks
going
his checks Dory, no. A fake Gucci cap from Skeggy Market, no.
on? Hello there.
Some paparazzi glasses so you can't see what's going on.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Right,
We could
what
talk
got?
about Obi-Wan, couldn't we? Because then, oh, here you go. Here's something cool I
Series
wanted to show
finale.
you. Hang on. Oh, it's gone a bit crap. I started working on a custom tenant look. I'm colouring his jacket in the blue marker
Oh
pen.
yeah. Marker pen.
Yeah.
You not got any paint?
No, can't afford. It's a
Get a blue
like
Sharpie.
a blue Sharpie look. And then he's got a holographic arm for some reason. What's going on there? I don't know. Anyway, I digress. We can talk about Obi-Wan. Yes.
Let's have a quick chat about Obi-Wan.
Let's
So
do it.
what do you think overall? Have you watched them all? I guess.
I've watched them all, mate.
Lovely.
I think it was really good. I enjoyed it. But as I was saying to my mate the other day, there is only so much they can do because they've got to follow on a storyline that already exists.
Yeah.
So they can't deviate too much from the actual structure of what's to come or what's been. So they're in a very sort of tight place of what they can do and what they can't. And I think, they did it quite well.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed it. It's just a shame that they couldn't have had a bit more freedom with where the story could have gone because they've got to stick to the basis of what's to come, haven't they? But
yeah,
I really enjoyed it. I like the story. I like the reason why he has to come out of retirement. I thought the last episode was really good. Some good moments in that. One bit I did say to my mate was though, her who was like trying to kill everybody. It's like
Reva.
Yeah, all the way through the series, she's been like, "I will get my revenge no matter what." And she gets to the end, and then she just starts crying, and she's like, "Oh, actually, I'm not going to kill everyone." You're like, well, you spent 5 episodes saying like you're going to kill everyone no matter what, and then you got here and you lost your bottle, and you've gone, "I don't want to do it." Well, that's it. End of the arc. You're going to be good now.
I think. It was a bit odd, but I think it's because Obi-Wan got inside her head from episode 5 and was like, "Oh, you were there at Order 66 when Anakin was killing everyone," and then when she went to go kill small Luke, spoilers, when she went to go kill small Luke, she was like, "Oh, I see myself there because that was me once, and I don't want to be that." So then she's like overcomes it, and then she's now somewhere in the galaxy. We don't know where.
I think we might get a series of her, because they seem to be doing a series on Oat at the minute, don't they? Andor!
Andor.
When that comes
soon.
out, we can talk about Andor because they filmed a big chunk of it at Works with Quarry.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so we can have a little chat about that when Andor comes out, yeah.
Let's do that, yeah.
Anything that looks like a snowy planet or like a cliff with some woods, it was Works with Quarry.
Ta-da!
There you go.
Love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed the final fight. They build it as the rematch of the century or something like that.
Yeah.
Or you know, and I was like, it was good, but I don't think it was that good. It was
so
really,
many
really good.
chances to kill each other. And it's like they can't because they know they've got to carry on following
Yeah,
this
we've
next
got another
story.
movie coming
We've got
up.
another
so
like saga to
we
do,
can't.
so we can't really. But it's like they've had so many chances to kill each other. It's been
Yeah.
unreal.
But in the constraints of that, like knowing that obviously
Yeah.
they can't do drastic stuff, then I think they did really well. And like
Yeah.
even the small things like when, you know, he's like, oh yeah, my friend, my friend is truly dead because Anakin, Darth Vader says something like, I killed Anakin, like I am the one who killed Anakin.
Yeah.
Which makes sense for then in A New Hope when he tells Luke about his father and he's like, yeah, he was killed by Darth Vader, you know. It then like links to that and you go, okay, they're contextualizing that a bit. That's cool. And little bits like when Luke rescues Leia in A New Hope and he says like, I'm here with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and she's like, oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And it's like, obviously as a kid, she'll have known him from that now. So that's really cool. So I like how it's contextualized some little moments like that. But yeah, the one thing I didn't get is like, obviously in A New Hope, you hear the line of Darth Vader being like, when I left you, I was but the learner, now I'm the master. And it's like, well, in Kenobi at this point, he's been 10 years at Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And you've just got Obi-Wan, like, who's just reconnected with the Force kind of thing. So they met then, and then, like, for the final time, he's like, now I'm the master. And it's like, well, what were you before? Because,
exactly.
You know, 10 years at being this evil bastard.
Yeah.
And then, like, what were you doing in that time if you were not the master of your, you know, of the Sith or whatever, you know, of the Empire? Yeah. That bit still puzzles me. But apart from that, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yes. Disney Plus.
2 thumbs up.
Disney Plus. Thank you very much. Shall we talk about Miss Marvel?
Yes.
Thus far.
Do that. I'm quite enjoying this, Miss Marvel. It's all a bit strange, isn't it? With the whole, you know, the love interest. His mother is the like the sort of shunned out member of the family. It's very like, I'd quite like it. A bit mysterious, like what's going on, and maybe kind of training her up to start with, but then the shit hit the fan, and they was like, oh, actually, we only come for that. We don't give two.
And then they try and kill her. It's like, it's crazy.
It's mad, isn't it? Absolutely mad.
Great fight scene, and like
I've just been delivered a piece of sponge cake.
Hooray!
I'm going to enjoy it by the cake fairies.
Please enjoy.
Cake fairies. Continue while I eat my cake.
Please enjoy your wonderful cake from the cake fairies who live just by your front door, apparently. Lovely. Yeah, so it's a kid's storyline so far, like you say, with this shunned family member having this bangle of powers, and it's something to do with the 10 rings. Did you notice the 10 rings flaw in the last episode in the flashback? And I think that there was a blue hand, and people are saying it's going to be a Kree. So like the baddies in Captain Marvel, sorry. You're enjoying that?
Very messy.
He's loving it. Everybody's happy. I just can't wait to see where it's going to go next, and how it's all going to link up to the bigger overall MCU story. Because it's clearly got something to do with the 10 rings, so that kind of links it to Shang-Chi as well, which is cool.
I did like Shang-Chi. It was a really good film, actually. Yeah,
it was really good. I haven't actually seen it since I first watched it, and I should rewatch it because it's very good. I remember really enjoying it. So the 10 rings. Obviously, Captain Marvel, I think, is going to appear. It has to happen. I think Brie Larson is going to appear as Captain Marvel, which would be really cool. And I think the Skrulls have something to do with it as well, maybe. I don't know. Just because we saw a lot of them.
She's going to be part of the new Avengers.
Yeah, it seems like they're setting up the young Avengers.
Yeah.
Like kid Avengers. So you've got Miss Marvel. You've got Kate Bishop, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
You've got Patriot.
Yeah, and you've got Yelena as well. Do you reckon Yelena or...
Yelena, yeah.
Yeah.
Black Widow. Have we missed anyone? Well, then obviously She-Hulk's coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got her. So yeah, it seems like this kind of... Oh, and Bill and Tommy, Wanda's kids.
Oh, yes, actually. I'm wondering if something will be happening with them.
it seems like you've got this younger group all of a sudden, like the offsprings of, or whatever, and it seems like they're setting up this Young Avengers, maybe, and
Yeah.
I don't know whether that is going to be a film or a TV show, or they're just going to appear in one of the main movies. I don't know, but it would be really cool to see. But yeah, very exciting. Yeah, I'm excited to see where Miss Marvel goes. I don't know how many episodes left. I can't remember.
I think we are episode 4 Wednesday, I think.
Have we had 4?
No, we've had episode 3.
We've had 3. Right.
We're on episode 4 Wednesday, I think.
Right, okay. Yeah. So that's very exciting. So that's
I've
good.
enjoyed it. I think it's really good. I like the story. I like the mystery of it. I like the characters. I think they're really cool. It seems like a new it seems like a new direction for Marvel.
Yeah.
And the same team who've just been doing this, they've recently just got Batgirl for DC as well.
Oh, have they?
Like they're doing a Batgirl series for DC, so that should be quite cool as well. If it's like the same kind of directing style, be very cool. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, no, it's really good, really, really good.
Very nice indeed.
Very good, very nice.
Very good, very nice.
What a guy!
Hello, chicken nugget.
Selling his sunglasses.
I love it.
Anyway,
what a man!
What a hero.
Welcome to the Bottom Page podcast, where we love continuity.
It's all running smoothly here, as you can
Don't
tell.
mind us, there's cake and all sorts.
What's the game called, dear?
That cake was banging. I don't know where it was from.
Oh, find out. We all need a bit.
Answers on a postcard. Oh, there he is, look.
You
We'll
need
dish
a
him
bit.
out. Quick one.
Oh.
I've got 2 things to talk about, actually. I don't know if you'll know about one of them. The first one is, I don't think you knew about it when I mentioned it earlier, but Sony Pictures have said the 20th of December 2023, Ghostbusters Firehouse, which is the sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, is going to be released, which I'm very much looking forward to, because I get to put my Ghostbusters finery on once again. So yeah, that should be good. Not heard much more about it. We just know it's going to be set in New York, and Ernie Hudson's Winston, I think, is going to have a big part to play in it. I'm not sure about Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray, because at the end of Afterlife, I don't know if you saw the post-credit scene, he takes the Ecto-1 back to the old firehouse. So I think he has a big role in setting up a new team. But I think the kids from the first one come and help set the whole thing up, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, that's Ghostbusters Firehouse. Supposedly released 20th of December next year. So they're going to start filming soon, surely. Because for a movie, it's normally about a year to edit and everything. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
And the firehouse is an actual location, isn't it, in New York?
It's the firehouse is an actual working firehouse in New York. The exterior is New York. The interior is an abandoned one in Los Angeles.
Oh wow! Okay.
So the interior is an old firehouse they don't use anymore in Los Angeles. The actual exterior is a fully working. It's hook and ladder. Is it 8 or 9 or something? In New York, yeah. So it's a fully working, and they sell Ghostbusters merch from the firehouse and stuff, and it helps with the upkeep of the firehouse. Yeah, very cool.
Very.
And the second one I was going to talk to you about, you might know about this one. A couple of days ago, a space-themed theme park opened in Camden called Babylon.
Oh.
Have you heard about this?
Yes, I saw a TikTok about it.
Yeah, it looks quite cool. It's an indoor theme park. It looks quite massive.
Yeah.
Roller coasters and all sorts, but it's like space, sci-fi space themes called Babylon Park or something. It looks really cool. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it does look awesome.
Well, when I went the other day, when I was helping set up Peaky Blinders, the new immersive show on by Immersive Everywhere, who also did Doctor Who Time Fracture.
Yeah.
There were signs everywhere for this Babylon thing.
Yeah.
It's also near the
new warehouse or something.
I think so, yeah, because it's all in the same area. Because obviously Camden's quite like the centre is quite small, I guess. Excuse me. But yeah, you've got Tomb Raider Live, which is a new Crystal Maze. It's by the same company that does
Oh,
Crystal Maze
nice.
Live. They've got their bit there, and then you've got Peaky Blinders, which is there,
Yeah.
and I think this Babylon is like round the back, and it's like
Oh,
round
wow.
that way. Because I sent you pictures the other day, didn't I? Because I went and I said, "Oh, I'm a bit too late for the filming," because I was taking pictures of where they were.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it's near there, but don't quote me on that because I'm
Where
not sure.
Cyberdog is and all that then.
Yeah, near Cyberdog.
Cool.
But yeah, I did see this on a TikTok. Yeah, it does look really good.
It looks very cool. I just thought I'd mention it because it's like space sci-fi themed and all like aliens and stuff. I know there's a guy on YouTube, Theme Park Worldwide. He's been there today and he does a lot of vlogs and gets a lot of the first look at the new rides in the UK. So I think he'll have a vlog up soon about it. So it'd be cool to watch and just see what rides they've got, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
very cool.
If I'm ever that way again soon, I'll have to have a little
few snappy snaps.
Little snappy snap.
We may have to take a trip, mate, in the summer. We'll go.
Yes.
Do some jolly old exploring.
Jolly old snaps.
Nice.
One more thing.
Oh, go on, quick.
Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 2.
Yes!
This Friday.
And then we'll do an in-depth discussion about the whole series 4.
Whole thing.
We may even do a Stranger Things special just on Series 4, an in-depth look at Series 4, what we thought, what we like about the characters, how it's wrapped up, what we think is going to happen Series 5. We may do that.
That sounds good.
We should
do that. We should do
that. And we'll come dressed up in your 80s finery.
80s, yeah, I've got stuff ready
Well, I've
to go.
got a Hellfire Club t-shirt, so I'll get
that'll
that banged on. Yeah, that'll do nicely.
Now wear the jacket that your mate exclaimed.
Yes! Oh,
"Who's
this was
Steve?"
hilarious. When Matt come to my party, everybody was like, "Who's the guy who looks like Steve from Stranger Things?" I was like, well, funny you should mention that. He played Steve in Stranger Things Live in London. Which is true. Matt did play Steve in Stranger Things Live. Scoops Ahoy Steve. It's a fact.
Still got the hat. It's over there.
Oh, nice.
See it. It's on the corner of that frame.
I can see it. Scoops Ahoy. Love it. So yeah, so everyone was like, "Who's the guy who looks like Steve?" And then he got introduced to everybody and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's so cool. You look like Steve."
God.
It was very funny. Matt had to just kind of sit there and have all these people be like, "You look like Steve," and he was like, "Whoa, why do you think I was cast?"
It's almost like they planned it.
It's almost like they put some thought and consideration into it.
How wonderful they are. Yeah, I think even at one point, the more the night went on, and I got a little bit more bevved. I think I whipped out the accent to one of your mates. I can't remember which one. I think it was the one asking all the questions. Like,
yeah.
So what did you do then? Like,
oh, was it George? It might have been George.
It might have been George.
Someone
They're all lovely.
Knows.
That wasn't meant to be a bad a representation of them. But yeah, I just remember like being like, "Oh, so 1 minute you're there, like, oh hey," and then next minute like, "Hey, well, so what's going on, guys? What's happening?" Like, and he was like, "Oh my god, you sound so much like him." Well, that was the job, so let's
there you go. I've tick. Oh,
Damn.
Lovely, dear me.
Right, well,
It's been a pleasure.
Mumsy would be pleased.
It's been a pleasure as always. It's been weird
lovely,
and
mate.
wonderful once again.
I'm hoping the cake fairy stopped by mine. I could do with a bit of that.
Go and have a look. It might have been at your door. It was nice.
You've been waiting.
Thank you, mother, for that lovely slice.
Glorious, mate. Glorious.
It's been funny as always, mate. The thing about us, there's never any real structure. We have bullet points. Let's do this, and this. Sometimes it goes out the window. Sometimes we do it. But I think that's what makes us...
Yes.
Just us.
It's, yeah.
We've always been like this. Like, we random and like, let's talk about this, now this.
But yeah.
You know, if you like it, stick around.
Yeah.
If you don't, we're sorry. Hey, if we don't...
We ain't gonna change.
You know where the door is.
Get out. Right. Lovely.
I'm gonna love you, leave you.
Let's leave it there.
Will see you not next week, the week after, because they're kind of every 2 weeks, aren't they?
Every 2 weeks.
We need a little gap for the news. and then we'll come back.
Yeah,
Unless
we will.
we get that Matt Smith announcement, and then we might be jumping straight on.
We'll jump in as ASAP as we can.
ASAP Rocky. Right. We will see you. We didn't do the intro. He's been Matt Parker.
He's been Matt Page.
This has been
very much.
the Parker and Page podcast. Goodbye.